Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please click that subscribe button down below, and remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. So in my last video, I talked about what it was like driving for GoShare, which is a service here just introduced into Phoenix, where basically you use your own truck, move people's stuff around similar to Uber. If you're interested, check that link up above. But in today's video, we are going to be talking about these Goodyear DuraTrac tires, and this is going to be a 3,200 mile review on these tires. I've had them now for 3,200 miles. I've had quite a bit of highway mileage on these things and a little bit of off-road fun. If you're from the Phoenix area and you're an off-roader, you probably know Table Mesa Road. It's off of 17 North, basically in between Phoenix and Flagstaff. And it's a really nice, just kind of long off-road journey that kind of takes you and snakes you through around the mountains. You can just go for miles and miles. So I took these tires out there and put them through their paces. And the one thing that I can say is that in this massive open environment, you really want to have some tires that have some meat on them, and you're not going to get stuck with them. So when I bought these tires, I actually compared these to the KO2s, and basically was down to those, the KO2s and these DuraTracs. And I went with the DuraTracs mainly for price. Really, they were cheaper than the KO2s. And I read a lot of reviews about the KO2s saying that the new ones aren't really as good as the old ones, and there were some questions on them out there about that. So I've always had good luck with Goodyear tires, so I went with these. Also, I read the KO2s were relatively loud on the highway and that these DuraTracs were not as loud. And what I have to say is that not only are these DuraTracs not as loud, I don't hear them on the highway. It actually blows my mind that really such an aggressive tread pattern has no noise on them. Like years ago, I had a 2001 Silverado, and I had the General Grabbers, which were an aggressive all-terrain type of tire, similar to this market here. And they were a light truck tire, so they had a little stiffer sidewalls. They were much, much louder than what these DuraTracs are. And I think these DuraTracs actually have quite a bit more of an aggressive tread pattern on them and have a little more bite to them. So as you can see, as I'm driving through, these off-road areas, the videos don't really do a great job of showing the terrain that you're rolling over, as well as what you see when you're there. You also don't see a lot of the undulation in the terrain when you're filming. It's just something that doesn't transmit. If you watch a lot of TFL truck videos, they're constantly doing these off-road videos, and you really can't tell what they're up against as far as the depiction goes. But it does do a pretty decent job of showing you the terrain in general. So as you can see, I'm out here. There's dirt bikes running around. It's really an off-road haven. I would say it's really a great place to go. So these tires do have 3,200 miles on them now. They haven't been rotated yet or anything. They've held pressure consistently. And again, I have to say, these things are really great. I would highly recommend these tires to anybody who's definitely going to be doing any sort of off-roading. I do not have the ability to test them in the snow here, but I am from Buffalo, New York originally, and I have a pretty decent gauge on what tires would do in the snow, but I have no doubt that they would be absolutely fine in the snow. Based on their off-road capability here in the sand, I think that these things would be fantastic tires, whether you're in the Southwest, Northeast. I think this is just a great tire all around. Now, I did lose 1 mile per gallon on the highway. If you're looking 4 miles per gallon, you are certainly going to want to make more of an all-season play as opposed to an all-terrain play like these tires here. But I do highly recommend these bad boys if you are in the market for a tire that's going to definitely get you through anything that you might throw at it. And in my previous videos, I did kind of an initial, once I got these tires installed, I did a video and running down the highway, I was talking about some of the vibration that I had in this truck, and these tires have definitely made it better. I haven't had as much vibration as I did with the stock tires, but the vibration is still there, so I haven't quite gotten it out of there yet. In the future, I will be putting Bilstein 6112s on the front of this, which they're not even out for this vehicle yet, but I have been in talks with Bilstein, and I do expect to have those coming sometime this summer, and I'm very excited to put those on the front of this truck and see if that does anything to help the vibration. It certainly will be an upgrade to the shocks on the front end of this truck, regardless of whether it helps vibration or not. But I'm very excited to have those Bilsteins coming, so please subscribe for future videos to be able to see that Bilstein installation. I also have the Bilstein 5100s on the rear, and you can check in the link above for that video. Again, and those shocks are held up fantastically well. They're awesome for off-road. So thank you very much for tuning in. Again, please subscribe down below, and remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. Here's a bunch of B-roll of off-roading. So without further ado, enjoy that footage, and we will see you next time.
What we do here is go back.